listeners, to another episode of the Sports Shots Pod. I'm Kyle, and I'm here with Isaiah. What you got in your cup this week?
I'm drinking some beer again. I'm having some Corona Premier. Yeah. I've been on a beer run lately.
Yeah, you end up having, you really are turning into a dad. You're gonna end up having a dad bod pretty soon.
Dude, I'm fighting it. It's hard right now. I'm trying to fight it the best I can. I've actually lost a good amount of weight, but some of that loss is muscle too. So, you know, I look slimmer, but I also look smaller. So,
I'm battling that too. I fell off of my weight room regimen.
Mm-hmm.
I need to get back into it.
That's what being an adult will do to you.
Don't say that. It's hard keeping this on schedule.
Yeah, exactly. What's in your cup?
Oh man, well, given how this night's going, I'm skipping past the beer. And that I was struggling. All right, lesson learned. Mm-hmm. Whenever you do buy a bottle of Makers,
okay,
make sure you open it before you put it in the freezer.
Why is that? Oh, because the cap.
That when you gotta tear it off around the rim. That shit is hard to do when it's frozen. I was like, and that's why I texted you. I was like, I'm trying to get this open because I'm like, why the hell did I not do this before I put it in the freezer?
That's hilarious.
It came off in pieces. I'm like cleaning the shit up off my counter because it's just like red pieces broken off.
Yeah.
But, yeah, man. Yeah, tough day. But let's just talk about more happier news. Like,
of course,
I finally fucking won in fantasy this week.
You did. You finally made a comeback after losing Nico Collins.
Shit, man, it was like 3. Oh, guess who I played this week? Oh yeah, this is my first time actually opening the app today because I'm getting like the celebration.
Little like Snickers that pops up.
Yeah. You usually open that shit at like 5 a.m.
I do. I'm a sweat. Unfortunately,
yes, you are. Are you like? Let's see where we're at midway through the season.
Yeah.
All right. So in our family league, this sweat across from me, however many states south of me is in first place and far and away leading in scoring.
Yes.
Like
first in standings and first in points.
I remember last year you were like fourth in standings, yet first in points.
I know, and also first against in points too. It was a wild season last year.
Can you pop impromptu pop quiz? Can you name what team was it that missed the playoffs despite having the number 1 overall offense and the number 1 overall defense?
Last year?
Nah.
Or just like in history?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with
the
the
last
Chiefs.
team to do it? To miss the playoffs?
Yeah. Was it the Chiefs?
Well, you got the division right.
Okay.
It wasn't the Chiefs.
I mean, I honestly wanted to say the Chargers, but...
Yeah, well, if you did, you'd be right. It was the Chargers back in like 2010.
Yeah, that was with Rivers.
Mm-hmm. I think they were like dead last in special teams. So
the reason why I said the Chiefs, just to elaborate on my point, you remember that one year they had like 7 Pro Bowlers and they didn't make the playoffs. They were like Tamba Hali was on the team.
That sounds like the early days of I say early days of the Chiefs because of what they are now. But,
because I think Andy Reid was like just the coach, like a recent.
I don't even think he was there yet.
Maybe, but they had like that was when the Pro Bowl was actually watchable, right?
Remember the skills competition?
Oh, dude, I haven't watched a Pro Bowl in like 4 years.
I haven't watched a Pro Bowl
since COVID. Since COVID, I haven't watched a Pro Bowl since COVID. But yeah, I remember the reason I said the Chiefs because I remember one year they had like 9 or like 7 Pro Bowlers make the Pro Bowl team, but they didn't make playoffs.
Yeah, sounds about right.
But Phillip Rivers makes sense. But I want to talk a little bit about my fantasy week. I was on a 6-game win streak after being 1-1, and Kyle's sister just whooped me this past week. My team didn't.
Yeah, we had to. We needed that winning streak to stop. So
yeah, my winning team did above average as they usually do, but hers just did better. And you know what I hate? This is a little opinionated thing. George does this a lot too, right? What? George would like, like I'm gonna lose, right? Whatever, just play that psychological warfare. Like, I'm gonna lose, which when they really want to win, right? But they say like, I'm gonna lose, and it's like reverse psychology, and they end up winning. I hate that crap.
Yep,
I hate that because it works on me.
Yeah. That's why you can't let him get into your head, man. You can't.
I know. I had Joe Burrow, and he threw 5 touchdowns, right? Which is awesome. However, none of those touchdowns went to Jamar Chase, and I have Jamar Chase, so.
Well, hey,
if he throws 5 touchdowns, you expect at least 1 or even 2 to go to him, but I guess not. So,
shit, man. At least your quarterback did something.
That's true.
Stroud, oh my god.
Yeah, man.
I'm glad I didn't stay in the negatives. Yeah, I won in spite of my quarterback because my God, Derrick Henry is going to be like my MVP.
My gosh. What a guy! Every week he scored a touchdown.
And even though they suck, Alvin Kamara too.
Yeah. That's
Speaking of which, first head coach to get fired. Black Monday came early.
Second coach.
Who was first?
Saleh.
Duh.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's right.
So, for some reason they didn't want a Middle Eastern coaching the Jets.
Shame
on them.
And it turns out it wasn't him.
Exactly.
Except for the other night.
They lost to the Patriots.
Why? It's funny how because that game against the Texans the other night where Garrett Wilson made that insane catch, and I was watching that live, and I said, he didn't catch it. Please don't count it. Oh, fuck, they're going to count that shit. Oh, my God, that was nasty.
Would you believe me if I said he has the most targets in the NFL right now?
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, he has the most targets.
I feel like you could have said that the past few seasons. Whenever we're forced to watch the Jets in primetime because they keep spoon feeding us, they keep, like those mad scientists where they like strap you to the chair and like pry your eyes open and make you watch something, kind of like the mad scientists on Theme and Robot Chicken.
Yes. Throwback.
Whatchamacallit? Yeah, that's what the NFL is doing to us with the Jets, like. Just because they're in New York and they have the leadership, they have not the leadership, but what am I talking about? Whatchamacallit? The wealth and all that shit. Just because it's New York, like that's why they get it. Because they're like the 7th most valuable team in the NFL, right?
Really, I didn't know that. No.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, you don't know that? Do you even know the top 10 most valuable teams? Well, we're going to segue to a random... I like doing this because that's when we just throw shit out, though.
I could get...
Because half the times half the times I'm educating you when I do this.
Yeah, when it comes to money or these business ones, yeah. Okay. I'm more of an analytics guy.
So we're going to turn it into a little quiz, but then I'm going to want you to, come on, Forbes. Like, I don't need all these damn ads. Shit, come on. Okay, all right, Wikipedia. At least I use Forbes. Let me make sure this don't look right. Because Forbes want to shove all these damn ads in my face. Here we go. CNBC. Okay, it's not going to give me the top 10. It's going to give me the top 8, but that's fine. All right, can you give me the first one? Who do you think is the most valuable team?
Cowboys.
Okay, at $11 billion.
Yeah.
By the way, when is Jerry going to fire McCarthy and himself?
Yeah, I think the more important thing is himself, and probably when he dies. But then he'll probably put his son in charge. So.
I mean,
because his
son probably do it.
His son's a GM, right?
Yep, and he'll probably do a better job.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Imagine missing Derrick Henry. You believe that?
Imagine missing every receiver that got signed.
Yeah.
And we could say that as a Texans fan, too, because they are depleted. And
we are Texas born and raised.
Yep. So, but anyways, yeah, Cowboys is number one. Who do you think is the second one?
It's the Patriots.
Nope.
What? Is it the Commanders?
They're in the top 10, but not in the top 8.
Damn. It's not the Patriots? All right.
Nope.
I thought it was Cowboys Patriots. Okay, so let's go Eastern. Giants.
Nope.
The 49ers.
Nope.
What the? It's not the Jets, right?
Let me just go ahead and because you literally,
I know
kid
these
you not.
Teams are in there.
I kid you not. You damn near got all those teams that you named.
Well, I know
but it was in order from 3 to 7. So the team you're missing at number 2 is the Rams.
The Rams are.
Yes. Come on, man. LA, SoFi just got built. They won their Super Bowl to generate the interest because they needed to, because the NFL had to make their stamp in LA, and it wasn't going to be through the Chargers. So, like, the Rams kind of actually belong in LA when you think about it, because they got their start in LA, then moved to St. Louis.
Yes.
Just because that was when we was born.
Wow. So I got before. 1, 3 through 7.
Yeah, and then 8 is the Dolphins.
Are the Patriots 3?
Yes, the Giants are 4. That's why I was like, wow, he's literally hitting them right, but he's missing number 2.
I know, like the most like, I guess, valuable teams. I didn't think the Rams were that high.
Yeah, well, they are. So yeah, segueing. Where was you're supposed to be the one to keep track when I segue off.
Well, it's a good we could jump around a little bit, because since we're talking about the Rams, you made a good
I did make a point. Yeah. Matthew Stafford, in my opinion, should be in the Hall of Fame conversation. And I know it's kind of a random thought, but this stemmed from a conversation I had at work. We were talking about me and a coworker was talking about how he likes watching Mahomes. You know, just all the different throwing angles that, he can release the ball from. And, I said, another quarterback that, don't get his shine that was doing that before Mahomes was Stafford.
Agreed.
And he's probably going to get shit on because a lot of those Detroit teams was complete ass. But even he had Calvin Johnson, he had some weapons, and he still put up numbers. It wasn't like he was, trash out there. I mean, it wasn't his fault. I got, we're looking at Pro Football Reference right now. Man, his career record right now is 102 and 111. You just want to go on the base level starting. You say is in the quarterback's hands. Well, I mean, look how many bad years he was in Detroit.
Yeah, that's a right player, wrong team.
Yeah. Oh, the epitome of it. I wish they can give me.
Let me say this: Matthew Stafford and Calvin Johnson, aka Megatron, was more fun to watch than Mahomes and Kelce.
100%.
I would say with Hill, I mean that's more reasonable. But I mean, that was like 3 years, 4 years.
I'll even go to the best single season. I'll have to go.
Yeah.
It can either be. Ooh, we should rank that.
Rank what?
Jot this down. Maybe we may not have time to do it for this pod, but for the next one, the best single season combos between quarterback, wide receiver.
I'll jot it down.
Jot that. Yeah. Next week.
Yep.
So we're gonna do our homework. We're gonna actually, try and put some, get some numbers behind it and rank them, and we'll see who's better.
I like it.
Can you hear my cat through the background?
Very faint. Very, very faint.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, it's not.
Doors closed.
It won't get picked up. But no, Stafford, Hall of Famer. I think so. Not a first ballot, but I do think
not first.
He's a Hall of Famer. He has the Super Bowl. He's got
what helps.
My role. If you have over 300 touchdowns, I think you belong in the Hall of Fame. If you have over 300 passing touchdowns, you belong in the Hall of Fame. Now, Now, I'm going to use a logical argument right now.
What you got?
If we say Stafford is a Hall of Famer, that means Russell is a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Because
that's fair. That's fair. But we're gonna have to put them side by side and see.
Oh,
I'm trying to. God, man, I really wish Pro Football Reference was. They kind of had it, set up like they do with baseball, as far as it's going on season. But okay, I guess
that's why I use StatMuse, baby.
But I think I just want to look at the career. All right. I think I got. Yeah. I see where we got it right now. So let's see. This is from 2018. No, I want all the year. Career. There we go. Let's go. Career right here. I think I was there, and then I just went off of it. There we go. Yeah, because it goes year by year. Yeah, here we go. So when you say, that he belongs in the Hall of Fame, you said he, any quarterback that throws for over 300 touchdowns should be in there. 366.
Stafford, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Russell's at 337.
So, yeah. Both got a Super Bowl. Both had their Super Bowls. And you just look at, let's see, he's passed, how many years did he pass for over 5,000 yards?
Stafford?
At least twice.
I know he passed for a lot of 4,000.
Yeah, when you average 4,000 yards, 35 touchdowns, 10 picks, you should be in the conversation. I'm sorry that your defense was ass and you couldn't really, get out of their own way, but
he had,
why not?
One season, that 2011 season. That was probably the season where Calvin Johnson.
That was the season he threw for 5.
Yes. And
they were one and done in the playoffs that year.
Mm-hmm. That was the year Drew Brees got snubbed of the MVP. They gave that Rodgers because of record.
Yeah. Didn't Rodgers end up winning the Super Bowl that year, too?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Brees led in yards, touchdowns, completion percentage, but Rodgers had a better record, so... But just so the people... I'm going to read out the stats for the people. Stafford's got 214 games played compared to Russell's 190. Stafford has 63.3 completion percentage compared to Russell's 64.7. Here comes a big difference. Stafford has 58,000 pass yards compared to Russell's 44,000 pass yards.
And here's why. Because Russell didn't really have to pass a lot because he had Marshawn.
Yeah. And then Russell had a little bit of wheels too.
Yeah. So he didn't really need a pass. I don't know. Stafford had no choice because he never really had a running game until he got to L.A.
Exactly.
Did he? I don't even think he's had a Pro Bowl running back when he was in Detroit.
He had Bush for a little bit.
They drafted a lot. They tried to go through a lot, but no one was step. But when you go, even the playoff, when you look at the playoff numbers, which obviously 2021 was the best year because every other year was one and done with Detroit.
Yeah.
But even then, first career playoff game, had a passer rating 97 for 380 yards, probably mostly in garbage time. But his overall in 8 games, overall career passer rating of 101 with a 15-6 touchdown to interception split.
That's good. That's good in playoffs.
It's not Brady level, but...
No, Brady level is unheard of. People like to compare...
No, it's unheard of. I think Mahomes is listening.
No. Have you seen Mahomes' playoff stats? It's sad, actually.
I haven't seen it completely yet.
People forgot he went zero touchdowns and 2 picks in the Super Bowl against Brady.
Yeah, with no tackles.
Hey.
With no one protecting. Literally no one protecting him. He didn't have time.
Name 2 Hall of Famers that Brady played with in the O-line.
Not yet. Brady just retired.
He's been playing for 20 years.
Yeah, well, I mean, it takes longer for old linemen to get in anyway.
Nah, man. Logan Mackin's only a NFL Hall of Famer. He played so long. Peyton Manning retired and got in the Hall of Fame while Brady was still playing.
I haven't heard that name in a minute.
I know, Mahomes is barely 30, 31, whatever. He's already played with two receiving Hall of Famers, just like Brady.
Ooh,
Tyreek Hill.
Oh,
and Travis Kelce.
Like in a hall right now. Yeah, Tyreek could have had a couple rings to add to his resume.
For sure.
Yeah, hey, chased him at it.
Oh,
but yeah,
we made that choice.
I mean, it's just a random thought. I say he needs to be in the conversation. I mean,
for sure. For sure, he's had a season. So like those non-first ballot Hall of Famers or quarterbacks that are non-first ballot but will be in Hall of Fame. Stafford, Russ, Matty Ice, maybe. What he has over Stafford is a MVP. Stafford never got a MVP, and that's what he did. Been to Super Bowl. We all know how that went. So, but speaking on Mahomes a little bit, they played Monday night and they're still undefeated. Mahomes had his best. He had his best game of the season.
It's not fair, man. And then they're gonna give him Hopkins. Like,
yeah, man. I lost in all my leagues because of Hopkins and Kelce. Besides our league, I just lost. But in my other two leagues where I was supposed to win, over 84% chance to win, and Hopkins went off and Kelce.
And watch Kelce is just gonna start eating the rest of the season just because Hopkins is there.
I don't understand how they just let Kelce just find the spot. Like
all the time.
I feel like every time I see him catch the ball, there's 4 guys within 5 yards of him, and he's just in that spot.
Always finds those zones. Sits in.
His yak isn't really all that great, but he just
doesn't
knows.
Because he runs the route. He runs the yardage, and Mahomes always finds him.
Exactly, but he does fumble a lot too. That might be a weight room thing. But yeah, man, he just knows how to find the spot every time. I feel like he has his own route tree. Like I feel like they let him do whatever he wants.
We complained. I complained over the Patriots' dominance in the league and didn't realize that I'd say the passing of the torch was that 2018 when the offsides on day 4 that was bullshit. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I think it came after 2020 when they met.
Well, that was Mahomes. Well, that was his first. Yeah, I mean that's probably more logical. But I just say that just because that was after that Brady left. It was like one more year than Brady left.
Yeah, he had 1 more year at Patriots.
And because that was the year that was Mahomes' first trip to the Super Bowl. So that's why I said that year was like, pretty much Mahomes coming out.
Yeah.
And
he beat the 49ers that year, right?
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
And then everything shut down.
Yeah. And now they're just dominant, man. They're a good team, great coaches. But my prediction for Super Bowl is Ravens Lions.
That's what I wanted this year. Last year.
They both could just put up 40 points at any given time. But I already know the Chiefs are gonna play them, and they're gonna scheme and then just beat them. That's just how it is. So.
Oh well. And the Swifties will make it in there. You're gonna get them
for
third straight year.
Just like the MLB try to push it to Game 7, or try to make it as long as the World Series.
No, they wasn't. That wasn't the Dodgers. They had that shit wrapped up. But we'll get to them in a second.
Yeah.
The CFP rankings are out.
Yes, they are.
And where's Texas? Where's your precious Longhorns?
Whoa. Cinco, all right? We are cinco. 5. 5. The Big Ten is ruling the top two. Top 2.
That still bothers me.
Top 6, technically. They own 3. I mean, I get it. Oregon's undefeated. They beat Ohio State. All right, that's their ticket to 1 while being undefeated.
So it's like the top 12 gets
that's
in, right? So
Yes.
Boise State's holding that last spot.
Yeah, Ashton Genty holding it down. That running back, Michael Myers pose. I'm glad they put Indiana in there.
Dude, they're killing everybody.
They are. That's why they haven't played anybody like crazy high.
Did they play Ohio State?
I don't think so. I don't think. Yeah, I would have seen that. Because Indiana's still undefeated, and Ohio State on his loss.
Yeah, so which means that they hadn't played Ohio State yet. If they do,
right? Ohio State just beat Penn State, pretty good.
They do play. Ooh, let's see if they're undefeated by the end of this month. They got Michigan this weekend, which that's a winnable game.
Yeah, Michigan's not even ranked.
And then they go on the road to Columbus.
Ooh, I think that's an L.
You think so?
I think so.
Let's see. The 23rd. That's the weekend before Thanksgiving.
What team surprised you the most in this top 12?
Indiana.
Yeah, okay, well. That was a good one. I was going to say BYU for me.
Nah, I mean, the Big 12, I mean, it's kind of whack now. I mean, hell, I'm glad Houston has finally woken up. They're just going to play spoiler for the rest of the conference. I'm perfectly fine with that.
Yeah.
I'm sure that loss is what knocked Kansas State out the top 12. But,
yeah, it did. It did.
Yeah, Indiana's probably
the next game
surprise.
I'm excited for is the Texas A&M.
Yeah, I'm ready for that game now. I'm ready to see it.
I'm excited to see that.
Let's see. A&M comes in at 14.
Yeah, they're right there, just outside.
If they went out until that UT game, and if they beat UT, talk about the seismic shift.
It's going to be tough. If Texas goes 7-2, or if they go 2 losses, they're definitely not top 8.
No.
But I think they still have a chance to squeeze into the top 12. One team that's currently in the top 12 that I think will be out is Notre Dame.
Who you think they'll lose to? Let's check the schedule.
Somebody. They technically pick their own schedule, no? You know what? They're gonna, Florida State's gonna upset them.
Come on, man.
Just kidding.
Well, that Army matchup is looking pretty interesting.
Yeah, they lose to Army. Army's ranked. I don't know when's the last time Army's been ranked that high.
Dude, they're having one of those magical seasons. What if they went out and make it into the top 12 at the end?
Oh my gosh, just running the ball because we know that's all they do. I would watch that. That's like
I would watch that too.
That's like that Chicago team making March Madness years ago.
You could have said the Houston team making March Madness. Yeah.
No, well, Houston's guaranteed March Madness, you know?
And it wasn't the first year.
That's true.
By the way, college basketball started already. And UT already 0-1.
Yeah, I haven't watched.
started the season off in mid-season form.
I'm barely still watching NBA. And I don't want to touch college until mid-season.
Do you want to touch the Spurs from yesterday blowing, what were they up by like 40 and lost?
They were up by like 30 against the Clippers and then just lost it. I don't know how, dude. Oh my gosh.
Man, so
we lost to not washed, he's really good. We lost to an old James Harden.
No, he's washed.
Man, he's been pulling up numbers. Like 28 points a game, crazy right now. Like he's going like Houston, non-playoff Houston Harden. That's what he's playing like. He's playing like regular season Houston Rockets.
Hey. We had some deep runs. Some
wasn't because of him, but
yeah.
You know, yeah.
If only it was for his damn hamstrings.
We'll rekindle back on this before Christmas.
Yeah.
Before Christmas, we'll see how the Spurs are doing.
Or how about tomorrow's matchup determines who gets who lunch? Because
right now we're 1-1, so that kind of offset it.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. But I say tomorrow, Thursday, you have to buy that person lunch. So the game's tomorrow. Right. Thursday, you have to buy that person lunch before the next game happens, because I don't want to offset to happen again.
No. We could let another offset happen, and then we're gonna.
Or you could stack it. What if it builds up to like a steak?
How you do that?
So like, let's say right now, like, okay, one win is like Chick-fil-A, right? Because we said like $12.
Yeah.
Right. $24 is like a meal at Chipotle, right? Whatever. You go up to 36. You go up to $36. It's like a steak at Cheddar's, like a small ribeye. We could stack it, and then we could do like an end of season thing.
I feel like you named all the restaurants in Corpus.
I just went up the ladder because I could have said like Saltgrass, right? But Saltgrass is kind of pricey.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Trust me, I know. I've been to Saltgrass like every other week before I was a dad.
Yeah, things change, huh?
Oh yeah. Now I'm at Walmart buying diapers every other week. Diapers and formula.
Burn for you.
Yeah, no money. Yeah. Hey, did you see that Jason Kelce and that Penn State kid?
Yeah, speaking of kids, kid deserved it.
Yeah. Now all I knew for like the past few days that it happened was that kid was saying something stupid about his brother. Big brother did what any big brother would do. Slammed the kid's phone. It's just property, right? And I thought that was it. Now, the kid chased Kelce. And Kelce went to go pick up something off the ground, and the kid pushed Kelce. The college kid pushed Kelce. I was like, this man handled 300-pound linemen for a living. And to have that type of restraint of not to do anything to that college kid.
Oh, because he knew that he could have hurt the kid. And
he could have killed the kid. So it was like he could have got in his run power technique and just put his head in the asphalt.
Like this kid is trying to pick a fight with the dude that led the tush push.
Exactly.
I mean, dude, come on, man.
This man tried to, but I saw like an extended clip, and the kid like pushed him. We call him a kid, but he's over 18, right? But he's a kid.
No, he's a
child.
Kid.
And he pushed him. And if I was Kelce, and knowing how strong Kelce is and what to have the restraint not to like manhandle him, and just because after that push, it's fair game. If you touch me, you shove me, it's fair game after that. Whatever happens, right? Fist or fist. But I say Kelce won that one by restraining himself from not going further. But I mean, some of these college kids are stupid, man.
Well, nah. I mean,
you just want your 10 seconds of fame. You want to get a reaction out of the guy so you could post it, and it's like
that's everyone, man. It's like just like what was it? Mike Tyson said, man. Social media is made people a little bit too strong. What's that quote? We were talking about? What social media has made people, too powerful and
too courageous.
Yeah, but they would have getting punched in the face.
Those Twitter kids, those screen warriors, they like to comment on everything and think they're all safe and stuff. And it's like, dude, you just can't say whatever.
Yeah, social media made y'all way too comfortable.
There you go. There it is. That's Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
All right.
Social media made y'all way too comfortable with disrespecting people and not getting punched in the face for it.
I wouldn't even want to fight Mike Tyson's towel boy. That's
dude, man, that's
Yeah. But anyway, going back to college, there's been a big adjustment in Heisman, Heisman odds.
Yeah, I got this shit up. Actually,
we started the season with Travis Hunter and Quinn Ewers. Then it moved to Travis Hunter and Austin Jency. And now it's back to Travis Hunter. I don't think he's a favorite, but I think he's like second or third. But now it's the QB for Miami, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, no, I mean Travis Hunter is still the favorite, but then is Cam Ward, and then is Dylan Gabriel out of Oregon.
Yeah,
and then Boise State, our guy, they're not going to give it to a running back.
I think they'll give it to him if he breaks Barry Sanders' record. His rushing record.
Yeah, but Travis is doing way more.
Overall, yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He is.
And we've seen enough quarterbacks win the shit.
I agreed. I was happy when Devontae Smith won it.
Yeah.
So it's we just want something new, right? Because like recently, even the NFL Offensive Player of the Year has been the MVP too, and that's been kind of boring. Remember when they used to give it to like a non-QB position, and then the QB position gets MVP, like AP, Calvin Johnson, Cooper Kupp.
But I'm just looking at all the other betting odds for the Heisman.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 10 out of 13 are quarterbacks.
Wow.
Just call it a quarterback award.
Yeah, just call it the Bart Starr Award. Even though they already have it. I think that, I don't know. I forgot what it was called.
Yeah. Let's see. We got national championship odds. I want to know who's the favorite leading off. This is on... I don't even know what website I'm on.
It's either Ohio State or Oregon.
Yeah. Plus 330 for Ohio State. Plus 350 for Georgia.
Georgia's still
plus 4.
Who almost lost to Florida? Was it Georgia this past week? Someone played Florida.
Yeah, but they came back and they took care of business.
Yeah, they did.
Oregon is on here checking in, plus 450. Texas, which I think they're frauds.
I don't know who the QB is going to be. I don't know if it's going to be Ewers or is it going to be Manning. Sounds they're going through some type of phase because with the Georgia one, Ewers just looked like not it. And you put in Manning, he's actually moving the ball, and you're like, you know what, second half.
Or it could have been just going up against Georgia.
Or that too. Georgia's no joke, obviously. So.
Never forget that example they made out of TCU.
Oh, gosh, what an embarrassment.
They embarrassed the whole state.
What an embarrassment.
Wasn't that game in Texas too?
I didn't like shit. Maybe.
Shit.
If it was, I probably felt the beating.
It's like.
Anyway, that's enough about football. Let's go ahead and move into some baseball, some major league stuff. So as you may know of this week, Gold Glovers announced, Gold Glove winners, and me and Kyle, we love Gold Gloves. We love defense. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love me some offense, some power, but you gotta love some defense. And
underrated part of the game.
Very, very. GOAT right now, Golden Gloves, Nolan Arenado, right? They didn't win this year, but man's got like 12?
Yeah, the streak is broken.
I know, it's crazy. But I'm gonna name 3 of my favorite Gold Gloves from this year. Not in order, but just 3 that I watched a good amount and enjoyed watching. First one's gonna be Bobby Witt. Bobby Witt says this is his first time Gold Glove. Young shortstop, Kansas City. Kansas City did make some type of playoff run, but he also did really good on offense. Led the league and led his conference in batting average.
Playing NFL.
Young shortstop. Yeah, I was about to say he
call it a conference. I'm gonna use my favorite word. Don't make me pull it out now.
Oh, God.
You know what I'm talking about.
So he led the Kansas City Chiefs in yards, right? No, and then Stephen Kwan,
You have me confused for a second.
Stephen Kwan would be another favorite of mine, outfielder. But I think I like his discipline more than anything else at the plate. Very low strikeout guy. Doesn't walk a lot, but very low strikeout guy.
Oh, the irony.
I know,
as they're
right?
talking about plate discipline.
Also, I'm buying rookie cards too of him, so it's also doing a bias thing. But last one will be Chris Sale. Now, the reason why, I mean, he got the Triple Crown. You know?
ERA, wins, strikeouts.
Yep. He got it. And
now he got the Gold Glove.
Yeah, and now he got the Gold Glove. And he joins elite company with winning the Gold Glove as a brave pitcher. But those are my top 3 favorites. Does anyone stick out on this list that you watch? You're like, damn, this guy's actually...
Finally, Bregman got his. Man,
yeah.
Took a while. But no one else really surprised me, I guess. A lot of first-timers on here.
Yeah, there was
Matt
14.
Chapman. Yeah, if there was anyone that was going to break Nolan Arenado's Gold Glove streak, it was going to be Matt Chapman.
Of course.
Like, someone is like who say, you know what, after gold, I got platinum. I got platinum in the pocket.
Yeah. Yeah. But speaking of Bregman, he's a free agent after this.
Yeah, I've been saying I'm already prepared. He's gone.
Yeah, I think he's leaving Houston. I don't think they're prepped to offer what he's gonna want.
It's not there, Mo.
I don't think he's he's a home guy, right? But I don't think that credit is enough to keep him, right?
That's thank you for the years. Thank you for the memories. You know, we always and forever. Game 7 was at Dodger Stadium. Can't deny that. 2022 was a redemption. Can't deny that. You know, they can put whatever asterisk on it. Memories still last.
Exactly.
So,
he was a first pick or second pick in the draft?
He was like the second pick.
I think Byron Buxton was the first pick that year. I think Buxton was
No,
first.
that was with Correa.
It was?
Correa. Yeah, Buxton. Correa was first.
You're right.
Second.
Yes. You're right. I remember.
Of course I am.
Okay. All right, buddy. But
so,
go ahead.
Will Juan Soto get 700?
Listen, that man is great.
Will he be the second one?
No, he ain't getting 700 unless it's a 15-year contract. You know, because Shohei is 600.
Sign your life away.
600.
7. No, Shohei is over 7. Don't.
But I think it's $60 million a year, right?
Well, it's deferred until like 20.
I know. Well, he's
40
only getting,
or 50 something.
He's only getting $2 million a year, right?
Yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah. Okay. 10-year, $700 million. Yeah.
Yeah. I know my numbers. Especially when it comes to money.
So, like, how do you expect? Like, he's not at that level, even at batting. You know how I don't get that. I don't get how you. Make
at this point, man, I think they're just throwing numbers out there. Like, clearly the owners got it. If they want to spend the money, go ahead and spend it. But they just throwing numbers out there. It's crazy. These players are not worth no damn $70 million a year. You're just playing baseball. Like, you didn't expect us to still pay for these tickets.
Exactly. Listen, I get it. You're doing probably one of the hardest things to do in a sport, but to want to get paid $70 million a year and you only are one dimensional. Not one dimensional. Yeah, you're one dimensional. I don't think he's even a great defensive player.
I mean, it's a sport of failure.
Yeah, like
you know,
you didn't even lead your team, and you're gonna want the most. You know, like yes, he's a high walk rate type of guy. So is Bregman, right? Bregman's not gonna ask for, 70.
I mean, everyone would ask for 700. It's just whether or not you'll get it.
Exactly.
You know, and you know, for Shohei, I don't care if you got to limp his arm out there at that price. You pitch until that arm falls off. Shit, exactly. I don't care if you're tired. And it's like, if I need you to pitch in game 6 and 7 to clinch the series, you pitching in game 6 and 7. Did you forget how much we're paying you?
Exactly. You better know how to throw right and left. All right.
Shit, you wonder magical laboratory made non-human born player.
Godzilla.
Shit.
Yeah, but no, I don't think he's gonna get it. I don't even think he's worth it. You know, there's
nobody is worth it. Not even Shohei. I'm sorry. Well, we'll see based off next season.
Yeah,
he has to pitch.
You know, if he now, I'm not gonna say he's got to win. He's got to win a Gold Glove at pitching, and he's got to win MVP, right? For leading bats. I'm not gonna say that
he needs to win the Triple Crown, MVP, a World Series, Cy Young, and a Gold Glove all in the same year, and then the argument is done.
Would you call him the greatest of all time if he, not in the same year but in his career, wins a Triple Crown in pitching and batting? Not in the same year, but in his career, to say he wins both. Would you say he's probably the greatest of all time?
Got no choice.
Yeah. With that, I don't know, but I don't think his batting average needs to tick up like 20, 30 points in order for him to even be considered batting. Wins, maybe he could get the wins now with the Angels. Not like the Angels, but
poor Angels.
Yeah.
Poor Angels. Oh, first year. Ouch. Yeah. First year gone.
lose the greatest player, and then you only get your star player for 61 games every year.
You're still paying that guy and another guy.
Big, yep.
Poor Angels.
Oh well.
Yep.
At least their fan base is not as bad as the Dodgers.
Speaking of Dodger fans, oh my God, are you surprised?
No, it's a LA team. I'm not surprised at all. I would think the Lakers fans.
I mean, and what city that has a major league team that wins a World Series do you have to bring out the police and riot gear?
Don't know. Couldn't tell you, man. Never seen a city win something and then crack it open.
They over here setting buses on fire, looting stores and shit. Like, this is no surprise.
That is. I don't get that.
Yeah. I mean,
but that's them.
I remember watching the Astros. And, like, everyone is just, like, dancing in the streets and shit. Like, even after the hurricane, everyone was, like, crying in their living rooms and shit because we lived through so much failure and we finally won. But then it's like, I mean, like I said, it's L.A. It's the one place where you can get shivved in the parking lot. So,
yeah.
Dodger fan, Philly fan, Yankee fan, Red Sox fan walks into a bar. Who walks out uninjured and alive?
The bartender.
How?
He leaves.
Are you
next question?
Are you trying to say that there was a certain kind of a fan that walked in that made him, of each team, that made him walk out?
Oh yeah, for sure. I could go farther. I don't want to get canceled though.
and you would go farther on a night like tonight.
Oh, I would. I would not care. I would not care.
Oh my God. Oh my God, Isaiah.
What?
I can't believe I'm talking to one. You're supposed to be my side. You're supposed to be for the people.
I'm sorry. I apologize. My bad.
No, you're not. No, you don't. I would have voted to get you out. I'm just kidding.
Same. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. But let's go on and wrap it up with some NBA talk. Not too much, but let's go in and dabble in it a little bit. So, over the years...
Dabble away.
Over the years, there's been a rise in talks about an expansion team. Now, I believe last year they played in Mexico City, and Adam Silver went on this whole change about how Mexico City's so great. You know, this could be a possible location for one. We're so happy with the Mexicans because they love basketball, right?
Mexicans.
How many Mexicans are in the NBA, Adam Silver? Huh?
I don't know.
One.
Shit.
What's the guy's name?
Alvarado.
Alvarado.
Yeah, dude, he's a pest.
Dude, he's short, right? Because he's Mexican, right? And his niche is just hiding out of bounds and then waiting for the ball to get down, and he comes up behind him and sneaks him like a Mexican.
Oh my God! I cannot follow up on that joke on this night.
Yeah, don't, because I would never use a racist real quick.
Oh my God, man! I can't follow up on that. Shit. Okay, continue.
But yeah, so Mexico City, no, I don't see that. You know, I don't see any major league team going to.
I mean,
you know,
MLB has a team out in Toronto. NFL is getting ready. Well, we put that to bed the other day. You know, Jacksonville going over to be the London whatever.
Yeah, we did.
So, who would be the next team in the NFL to get shipped off to London because they suck?
Panthers.
Good one. Yeah.
Good answer.
So why not in the NBA? Put one down there.
You see, if we were to put one down there, it more likely have to be a Texas team, no? That makes the most sense.
Send Spurs.
Spurs make the most sense to go down there, right? They're all about fiesta and the Riverwalk and the churros and the Mexican women. Take out my Mexican
women, as Barkley say.
Yeah. Yeah,
which, by the way,
those big women in San Antonio. How you like?
Which, by the way, since we're Texas guys, can we confirm what Barkley says is true or not?
Of course, it's true. He's the only one. Yeah. He's the only analyst not afraid to say it.
Yeah, I mean,
there's hefty people in San Antonio. You know how good the food is there,
and the proximity of each food location.
Dog, screw bar hopping. Try food truck hopping. You know, it's right there.
And the food trucks are in between the bars.
Exactly. Drink, food truck. Drink, tacos.
Food. In that order.
In that order, man. Yeah. But if I were to guess one, it has to be in the United States, USA, right? But Seattle. You used to have a team.
They played a preseason game up there.
That too, you know. They don't got to worry about weather, right? You know, stuff like that.
But then if you do that,
mm-hmm.
you're gonna because they're gonna want to do two teams because they want to go up to 32. So it's gonna be Seattle. It's gonna be Seattle and Vegas. And what's gonna happen is
Vegas makes
sense. They're going to
there's a WNBA team there,
and just Vegas. They will complete everything in sports. The A's are coming there. They got the WNBA, like you said. The Raiders have been there, and now they're going to have the NBA. So Vegas is.
There's a hockey team there too, right?
Yeah, and they got and they already won a Stanley Cup.
Bam!
So.
That's like 3 of the hockey teams I know.
Yeah. So, what's going to happen is Seattle and Vegas is going to come into the league. They're going to both join the Western Conference, and that's going to finally put Memphis and New Orleans in the East.
Yeah, get them out of here.
Belong.
Get them out of here.
Yeah. It does not make sense for me.
I'm tired of these. I'm just kidding.
All right. I should have went with that joke then.
I'll stop. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. We love Houston.
Yeah.
We love Houston.
You mean New Orleans?
Well, that's a different type of animal. They got
You've
gators.
Never been to New Orleans.
They got gators. They got spicy food over there.
Have you been to New Orleans?
No.
You'd be scared.
Well, bro.
Yeah.
Well, I be giving beads. Not anal beads. But like,
yep, you'll be giving those too.
I guess I don't know the difference. I guess I just have to smell.
Hey man, I'm just telling you. New Orleans, great city.
Food is amazing.
Oh, it is. But when you walk into that French Quarter,
oh yeah, I heard about that.
You may see some San Francisco shit down up in there.
I heard there's a lot of freaky stuff that goes on in Louisiana too.
Yeah, there is. Yeah. So you need to go experience it.
Might go for science purposes. Science purposes.
Lying to your wife and your child.
I'm taking my wife. Calm down. Golly. I could go somewhere like that without the wife.
Golly, man. I already turned into a dirtbag.
I'm getting in trouble. Hey, whoa. I may look like dirt. Doesn't mean I...
Yeah, skin like dirt.
Okay, all right.
So, NBA expansion. Yeah, Vegas and Seattle. It's going to happen within the next 5 years.
That's a good time frame.
I'm calling it.
I think that's good. Move it to 32 teams. Leave the MLB at the only league as for 30 teams.
And that's going to change pretty soon.
Maybe. Could be. I could see another Canadian team from the MLB.
Montreal doesn't need one. They already had one.
Could happen though.
We said we was gonna talk hockey. How much hockey have you watched?
None.
Sad.
I know.
I'll be honest with you.
I put in bets on hockey and I still haven't watched.
Bro, that is the most degenerate shit. How are you? I mean, I understand making blind bets like that, but how do you not even?
Hold on. They're not blind, right? I pay someone.
No, man. Like, how do you not even watch the damn games for it?
I mean, I try to, but like some of them, I can't watch. It's not that I don't want to watch. Some of them I just can't watch. You know, because with the college, with NCAA, with NFL, with basketball, all those networks are taken. Right, so. You know, and I am not an illegal streamer. I'm going on record that I am not an illegal streamer. I've never really streamed an illegal event in my life.
I plead the fifth.
Book them, get them. I have proof. I have the receipts. No, I mean, to be honest, I don't watch hockey till playoffs anyway. You know,
yeah, that's when it's most interesting anyway.
It is.
But yeah, boy, that's a first.
Yeah, I know it's bad. I know it sounds bad, but I'm just being honest.
Sounds.
It may sound bad to some. It may be bad to others. I don't know.
Anyways, before we close,
go ahead.
I want to go on a quick rant real quick.
Yeah.
So we're getting too far into the future.
Man.
When we grew up, didn't our parents always tell us to not get in the car with strangers?
We didn't have cars where I grew up. No, I'm just kidding.
Not surprised.
Yeah. Yeah. I was, stranger danger. Not those exact words, but
Yeah, no, but you did. But you told me you wanted to hop into that white van that when it pulled up to you and said they wanted to give you some candy, right?
No, it wasn't candy. It was tacos.
That would definitely lure you.
It was elotes.
Yeah.
That was in there.
Yeah. And what else was in there?
Well, it wasn't elotes, so I left. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not going to say what's on my mind. Because it's going to sound stupid, and then it's going to sound like, what the fuck?
Of course. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. We'll get there.
Yeah.
We're not there yet.
Yeah. Don't get in the car with strangers.
Right.
Been told that our entire lives.
Mm-hmm.
So, why is it that we're okay with it as a business model? Like...
And talking like, what do you explain?
Well, I'm listening to this podcast earlier, and they were talking about this new program out in San Francisco where it's it's always California. The self-driving Ubers, basically. You know, it's like Google AI generated cars where it's controlled by, you know, AI, I guess, and there's no driver there. It's selfless driving cars.
Wasn't the iRobot? Is that shit?
Exactly. You know? So, like, there's no one in there. And this was the same shits that was, like, clogging up traffic and everything last year, if you remember hearing about that, because, I think so, you know, like, it was a mess, you know, so, but it's just, you know, this is, when you think about it, this is like an extension of, you know, the complaints and the problems that stems from riding with Uber. Because what's the thing that people will say that kind of is like negative against Uber? You know, the drivers will freak them out. They're kind of weird. And then, you know, unfortunately, shit happens.
Yeah, it does.
But then it kind of goes back to saying, like, weren't we told to not get in cars with strangers, and now all of a sudden we're just straight up getting in cars with strangers, so now we got to figure out a way to get in the car with a stranger but not have the stranger in there?
Yeah.
And then spend more money for that?
Exactly. Now, I have a big issue with this, or I'm heavily invested in this, because this is my occupation. I'm a transportation designer. You know, I design roads, highways, etc., whatever.
So you need to design roads that's better suited for these damn cars.
Yeah, so we had a kind of like a lunch and learn or a webinar about this stuff, because there's a lot of companies moving to self-driving cars, right? Yep. And we had to decide, how do you design a road for a self-driving car? Do you fucking put QR codes as signs now so the cars can scan them? And that was my idea.
Hey, what about it? Like, every time the light change, the green lights are going to just have QR codes.
Just a QR code.
And then it just scans and it tells it to go.
Instead of exit 35, it's going to be a QR code for the car to know, you know, that McDonald's is at this exit. You know, something stupid. Do you put, you know, some type of, something like that, right? Sensors, something. I don't know, within the road, you need to put, does this make roads go electric now, where we have to put some type of, you know, strips in the road to let those cars where the, well, I mean, even like, for example, my Toyota, it has lane departure assist where it knows where the lanes are, right? And I think that's as far as I want to go with this technology.
My Nissan does the same shit.
You know, just like cruise control, knowing how far the car is in front of me.
In front of you, yeah.
Right?
It sets the speed.
And then reverse camera. And that's it.
And see, because I drive, mine's is a 22. So it's supposed to be a smart car. But it ain't too smart. Because when I have the cruise control on, like, it has that same thing with the lane keep or the lane assist, where, like, even if you kind of drift over and you're about to ride the line, it's going to start beeping and then, you know, jerk the wheel back straight in the lane.
That's kind of scary on its own.
Yeah. So, but when, like, on the freeway, when, you know, an exit is coming up and the lane splits, and, you know, it's before, like, the markings, you know, the triangle paint on it, where the lane is just open. Yeah. The car gets confused. Yeah, it doesn't know whether to stay straight or to drift over into, you know, like the exit lane. Yeah. And then I have to, like, kind of put a little more grip on the wheel to keep it straight, but then it starts beeping again. I'm like, well, damn.
Yeah, and then it starts fucking slowing down.
You can't. Yeah, because that's the problem that needs to be considered with these self-driving cars, is that not every road is going to be constructed that these things got to drive on. Exactly. There's going to be unmarked lanes, and how is it going to read and know to stay in the lane and keep traffic flowing with that shit?
QR codes.
This shit's not going to work, man. And they're pushing it on us. Isn't it a form of control, man?
At some point, you're not even going to have driving school anymore. You know, we're losing jobs.
The way these people are driving, we already don't have driving school, man.
For sure. The whole thing with you don't have to go to driving school, you just have to take a test when you're 18 stuff. I don't agree with. But yeah, self-driving cars, not a fan of. Personally, and as my occupation, you know, design for a human than for a computer.
Humans are still learning how to drive, and now we gotta compete with two things. Now we gotta compete with humans that don't know how to drive.
How does that work? How does road rage work with a self-driving car? Do I just beat the car, or do I go find the developer?
Well, I mean, the car is technically a robot, and I don't know if you want to piss robots off.
I'll beat the shit out of the robot. I'll unplug it. All right.
I'll pour water in the motor.
I'll put vegetable oil in it. All right. I'm not
put sugar in the gas tank.
I will rip the battery out. Take its nuts off.
Damn.
Imagine
people do that shit. Like, the catalytic converter thieves.
I know.
They start. Speaking of that, how do you defend that?
Speaking of that, I forgot to text you this. My truck got broken into two nights ago. Now, it wasn't forceful entry. Monday morning, I just went in my truck, papers everywhere, the car was open. They didn't take nothing. I don't keep valuables in my car ever.
Yeah.
They just
but they didn't have to bust the window out because you left the truck open.
I don't think I did. I really don't. I never really do. I mean, I'm not saying it's not possible, but
how else did they get in without bashing the window out?
I mean,
they could have shimmied in. But
I mean, there's this thing now where they could steal Corvettes in seconds now, or Camaros, because they have this type of machine now. I have an uncle of mine that sells cars, and they stole a brand new souped up Camaro in 2 minutes because they had some type of fob that is able to start the car from the outside. And so, speaking of technology,
how are we able to get so advanced on stealing, and we can't figure out, how to cure illnesses and shit? Like, we can figure out so quickly.
It's a touchy subject. Government might find you. Just kidding.
What they gonna do? Like,
tax you?
Like, well, they're already gonna do that.
Yeah.
Dude, remember what I told you? What happened last week? That's gonna be extra. That has to be reported.
Oh yeah. Sucks for you. See, with me, they just take it out already.
Yeah, I'm paying for some of that shit too. They take it out of mine.
Damn.
All these programs to help you.
Help you help them.
Please.
Oh, yeah. But no, I mean, we could wrap it up on that.
Wrap it up here. Yeah, I just had to get that out. I was listening to that and I'm like, man, that shit is crazy. We ain't ready for that.
No, I ain't ready for that.
We ain't ready for that shit.
I don't want it to be that.
Yeah. Well, it's coming soon, so you better get prepared.
To a dealership near you.
Yep. All right, man. We'll call it a night.
Alrighty.